Hello Pretties, welcome to Best Row. So Gaia has decided to join us. So this is Gaia, she's here. My lips do not look really great on camera and this is just, it's not my color. If you're wondering what I'm wearing the NYX lip liner in, what's it called? Nude pink. It's a pretty color, it just doesn't suit my skin tone. It makes, I don't know. It's just the undertones don't work for my skin tone. At least I don't think. I know it's kind of really dark. Let me see if I can do something about it. I feel like that's a little better. It's been really gloomy lately, so it's kind of dark. And I got highlights. I think I talked about it a couple times, but I don't actually think I mentioned it. You can't really see them. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not loving them the way I thought I would love them. They're just a lot more golden, and I wanted them to be a little bit more caramel. So next time I go to an appointment, I already have it in the books that I'm getting a different kind of toner on, because this one's just, it's not it. It's just not it. Anyway, I have my Empties and Declutters. Spoiler alert, there's no Declutters. Actually, technically there is one. I'm just throwing away these two, because, can you see that? It like broke in half and I was just flapping. See that? It just broke. So I got a new one. So there's that. I do want to start off by saying I don't have as many empties as I would normally have at this time of the year, and it took me a couple of days before I posted this video to just like wrap my head around the fact that this year I'm not gonna have a lot of empties, because my goal is not to finish product, is to give love to my products, because a lot of my products look very, very new. Jesus Christ, Gaia. Because a lot of times what I do is I focus on 1 or 2 products and everything else gets kind of used maybe 5 times in a year, and that's generous, and that's across all of my categories: lips, base, eyes. I focus on just a handful of things and then everything else wasn't used, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to make a balance of using our product and also just rotating throughout my entire collection. And it took me a couple of days to like wrap my head around that idea. I'm like, I'm not gonna have as many empties this year as I have in previous years, because that's not the goal this year. And I just had to keep reminding myself of that. That being said, I do think that next update is going to be a lot better, and that's just because there's a couple of things that I was rotating that I'm not rotating anymore, and so I'm a little more hyper-focused for this next 2 months at least, so it seems, at least for my project pants. So it should be a little bit better. Yeah, okay. So I have a couple of skincare stuff. I have this Tatcha Deep Cleanse. Honestly, the product was fine, but this packaging is awful. Can you see how like bent up? Because I had to like squeeze it, but it's not as soft. The packaging is hard, so to squish it was so difficult to get the product out. So I didn't care for this packaging. The cleanser was okay, but Tatcha, you need to do better, because this was rough. I have one that I always have, is like my natural deodorant. This is for a Texas brand, so I really like it. It does a good job, all things considered. Another repurchase for me, which is the Ordinary, the hyaluronic acid, 2% plus B5. I have one more lip product, skincare, and I had this like face mask. So yeah, it was okay. It was alright. Let's go with perfumes, because I have a couple of perfume samples. I got another one of the Pacifica sets, because apparently they have 2 with like different scents. There is the French Lilac. I really like this one, if I remember correctly. I did like it. It's just, it smells like mid-priced hotel. Does that make sense? Like a La Quinta, like a good La Quinta, or like a Hilton, but not a resort, just like a regular Hilton. Like one of those hotels. It smells like the cleaning product. It says that it's supposed to be French lilac, and I can smell the lilac, and it smells a little bit, I don't know. It smells like a hotel room, like kind of clean, but like artificially clean. There you go. I had this Gucci one as well, which technically there's still product in here, but I couldn't get it out for whatever reason. I was really struggling. See, it's not coming out even though there's still product in it. It won't come out, but there's still quite a bit in there. It's just it won't spray. So there's that. This one just was like a gift with purchase. It was okay. I think the scent was a little too mature for me. This is Gucci Bloom. It just reminded me of something that my mother would wear. And I know I'm older. I'm almost 30. I'll be 30 this year. But like, I don't think I'm this old yet. So I don't like it. Not that I would have bought it anyway because it's Gucci and I don't purchase from Gucci, but there's that. And then there's this other one called Tahitian Gardenia. Tahitian Gardenia? Is that how you pronounce it? Can you guys read that name? Oh, it's blurry. Okay, never mind. This one does smell like fresh, like a garden. I'll give him that. And it's quite pretty. And if this was like an air freshener or like a candle, I would really like it. I don't particularly want to smell like this, if that makes sense. It is very pretty. Very, very pretty. I don't want to smell like it. It also slightly reminds me of Pine Sol. Like the cleaning thing. In a good way. In a good way. It's just, again, if it was a candle or like an air freshener, I'll be all over it. But I don't want to smell like it. So I wouldn't purchase this one, larger size. So we're good. That's all of the scents we got. Now we go with makeup. One that I was not expecting to have is this one. Something that I started doing last year is instead of switching my mascara every 3 months, I switched to 4 months. However, I only had this one for 2 months and I'm having to declutter it. The reason for it is, if I'm not mistaken, I think I bought this one in person at the store. And I think someone opened it because it was completely dried out within like the first... And it doesn't look dried out. Like there's still a lot of product in here. It's just, it's dry. I'm having a hard time like putting it on my lashes. You can kind of see it here. Like it's dry. It shouldn't be like that. And it's smudging because of it. And the formula is not right. And I've had many of these tubes and I can tell it's not right. There's something not right with it. And I'm like, I'm not going to risk it to my eye. So I just opened one of my other ones. I opened my other Lash Princess one. This one doesn't seem to be dried out, thank God. And I bought them together. And I do believe these ones are good for 6 months. Yeah, so it's good for 6 months. So I feel like I'm just going to use my other 2 mascaras for 5 months instead of 6 months. And just kind of see how that goes. But regardless, I had already decided that I wasn't going to repurchase the regular Lash Princess and switch to the Curl and Volume Mascara because I just like this one a little bit better. I do think it holds my curl slightly better because my lashes don't curl. They go straight down. And I think that one does a slightly better job without being waterproof, which I don't like waterproof mascara, which is a hard balance when your lashes don't curl on their own. All right then. Okay, the rest is makeup, but only one is interested in makeup. The other two are not. So we have my little brow gel from ColourPop, and I keep repurchasing it. It's in the dark brown shade. I feel like they reformulated it because my new one that I have from ColourPop, and it's in the same packaging. It's slightly different. This one's slightly darker. That you can see it's slightly darker. This was a lot more pigmented than this one was. It also holds slightly better, I've noticed, which I appreciate, without being like crunchy. So there's that. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. There's some kids in their bikes on the outside, and Athena just being nosy as hell. Sorry, not Athena, Gaia. Do you have dogs? Do you confuse your dogs? I know my mom used to do this to me when I was a child, and I'm like, but I'm a person. But I find myself doing that a lot with my dogs. I'm like, maybe I understand. Now that I'm a little older, I understand. But anyway, they changed the formula, I can tell. I have this as well from Ulta Beauty, and it's the color corrector in peach. I like it. I like the Sigma Beauty Wetter one. I still feel like I like the Cover FX one more than I like the Sigma Beauty one. I do want to try the ones from e.l.f. because they're cheap. I would like to try this bitch. I would like to try the peach, the orange, as well as the yellow from e.l.f. because I saw Christine Dominique do a like a short video of her using all 3 of them in her eyes, and her dark circles are not nearly as dark as mine, but she did an amazing job of like smoothing all that out. So I really want to try it with that one. But I have other ones I have to finish first. So eventually, but not right now. Stop. Okay, and the last one and the only exciting product in this Empties is this lip gloss, which it looks like there's a lot of product here, but there really isn't. That's a better representation of what the gloss looks like. I have a backup of this already, so I'm not particularly worried about it. I probably have like a little bit of use left. Stop it, mama. But then once I push it through a stopper, like not much comes out. There you go. It is a very pretty lip gloss. Again, I do have a backup of this already that I'm not yet opened, but now I can open it, I guess. But this one's my first lip empty of the year. I do expect to have at least 2 on the next update. At least 2. There should be at least 2 empties for the next update. But that is it for today. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.